Welcome to Great GREYS, your one-stop shop to finding winners from the world of greyhound racing. Host David Shortte is joined by Australia's premier greyhound form students, including Harry Buchanan from the Greyhound Insider, Joe Lanuti from Greyhounds HQ, Neil Brown previewing the Sandown action, Sean Matheson looking at South Australian chasing, and Simon Orchard with the latest in New South Wales chasing.
Good morning and welcome along to Great GREYS for another week. It is Thursday, the 19th of October 2023. David Shortte with you. Hope you're travelling particularly well. We've got a busy program ahead. Let's get straight into it and catch up with the man with the hot hand, Harry Buchanan. He's found a few at some very big prices over the last 48 hours. He now joins us on Great GREYS. Welcome to you, H.
Yes, good morning, Shorty. Good morning, listeners. And yeah, lovely to be with you this morning.
Indeed. I've got a pretty busy couple of days ahead and can't wait for Saturday night out there at Cannington. Of course, we have got a wonderful field assembled for our All-Stars sprints and the field assembled chock full of quality. I'll talk you through the Tab Touch market as it sits right now on the feature. Elite Machine, the dual Group 1 winner at the head of the market. There's been good support for this dog over the last 24 hours, 420 into 370. Runaway to Mars, 550 to 460. King Tommy, 480 out to 5. Electrified, $5 out to 6, back into 5. Sneaky Peaky from box number 6 is 9 into $6.50. Weston Booney from 5 out to 7. Crumble Manelli 10 into $7.50. Then we're out to the two reserves. Carter Axelrod 26 to 23. Columbus Manelli 34 to 31. And the outsider of the field is Kachu, who is 21 out to $41. How do you see the feature there on Saturday night, Harry?
Yeah, I've got the 8-sided dice ready to go, Shorty, because it's that good, this field. It's outstanding. Barring probably Sage Tennille joining that final field, this is as good as it gets in WA as far as sprinters go. And it's a quality field. It's not just a sort of a local quality field. A lot of these dogs will be competitive in any sort of race across the country. The market suggests as much as far as the openness of the race goes. Elite Machine down to 370 at favourite. They've come for Sneaky Peaky. We spoke yesterday on Coast to Coast about how he went down in 29.65. So they've moved into him now into that 650 mark. Crumble Manelli, who we probably think is going to lead the race and find a little bit of improvement. He's brought his double figures into $7. I'm going with my old mate Nigel. He's going to step this week, Shorty. I've decided that this is the week. Kachu inside, King Tommy outside. He'll find the top. He's just got to come out running. Got a little bit of a theory on him. I think he will come out and find the top. If he does, he only had to go back 3 starts when he resumed from 2 months off and went 29.50. He's a lot fitter now. His run last week was good, and I do think he had a little bit of luck, but he's a different dog when he gets on the arm, and he'll get no challenges here of the inside division, and I think he can be the first dog behind Crumble Manelli here, and then he'll go out after him. Sneaky Peaky, I think, is a danger. I think he was very good last week. He wasn't unlucky, but he just missed a starter fraction. He'll be playing for luck at the first turn, as will King Tommy. They're probably the two dangers in terms of run-on dogs, but I'm going to stick with Elite Machine. I just think he's a big race dog, and he'll come out running this Saturday night. And look, he's going to have to. They're all going to have to, get clean runs to figure in the finish here. So if you do like something shorty in this All-Stars final, don't be afraid to back it, because all these dogs can absolutely give you a tremendous sight in this great final.
Oh, you're spot on. Yeah, I think the only probably certainty in the race is that you would expect with a clean break, Crumble Manelli leads. Exactly what happens after that, as you alluded to, Elite Machine with its best break and with a clean getaway is right there, and dual Group 1's the class runner of the lineup. There's a number of get-back run-on dogs that are all capable if they get into the right spot. King Tommy, Electrified can be right there. Sneaky Peaky off that slow getaway last week. Run Home was great. Weston Booney's very similar. Runaway to Mars can run an early split and be right there and run the time. It's a great lineup. Can't wait for it Saturday night. It's going to be an absolute bottler. And you can make a case almost for every runner if you go through. It's just a matter of what happens at the start. Crumble Manelli's going to be that dog that's up there. Who's the one that's straight into that slot in the slipstream? it's going to be the ideal spot to be. But if that spot in the slipstream comes with bumping and grinding through the first corner, Crumble Manelli, you can definitely sit there and make a case, as we saw, earlier on in the year in the Sandgroper, where Crumble Manelli finds the top, they jam behind, runs 29.70 and nicks the prize, and it's the second rank outsider of the field at the moment there. So, look, I think it's going to be epic. Can't wait for it Saturday night. Should be an absolute beauty. While we're speaking of our top liners, also some good news for some WA representatives in regards to the Top Gun nominations.
Absolutely. They've been well found, the WA dogs, by the panel, and we've got 4 with the sprinters, arguably 5 if you want to chuck big energy in there. But all these dogs are Crumble Manelli, Electrified, Elite Machine, and they're also going to be joined by Sage Tennille in those nominations. So we'll see 3 of them go around on Saturday night. And as for the stayers, we've got Couch Surfer and King Tommy. Shorty, as I mentioned yesterday, I would have liked to have seen King Tommy get a Top Gun Sprinters nomination. I think he's that versatile. Probably won't be saying that after Saturday night if he goes down, but he's just that kind of dog. The way he races, I just think the Meadows could suit him. It lends itself to a little bit of first turn trouble in these big races, and it's a sort of a track that he could excel on. And just not sure about him at a staying level against these top liners, because you look at the Top Gun stayers and it's just littered with quality staying dogs and bitches at the moment that are really at the top of their game. And the fact that WA only have Couch Surfer and King Tommy can tell you about the strength of the other states. So whilst they'd both be worthy of a start in that, I would have liked to see him get a run in the sprinting final, in the Top Gun sprint, I should say. As for the sprinters themselves, well, I think Saturday night's going to go a long way to making a case for those dogs that have met with that early nomination. So we'll be keeping our eye on Crumble, Electrified and Elite Machine. Not sure what Sage Tennille's going to be up to after her heat last week, but nevertheless, all those dogs can absolutely run a race in these 2 Top Guns. And, yeah, interesting times ahead for the next few weeks and to see if they do make that final field.
Big time, yeah. It's great. It's great to have them in the conversation heading into Top Gun time. It's for sure and certain they're all legitimate contenders in their own right. They've been away and flown the flag and shown that they're capable of producing over on the East Coast. So looking forward to seeing how they do go over the next little bit and hopefully getting their berth. And in relation to King Tommy, I think he's versatile enough to go anywhere, anytime. I have that high an opinion of the dog, and there's not many dogs I could say that about, to be honest. King Tommy over the longer trip could find himself nice and close to the arm. And if a couple of those... The one thing I'll say about the staying ranks at the moment, a lot of them are get-back, run-on style of stayers. And King Tommy, over a longer trip, can find himself that bit closer to the arm, and he's capable of running some pretty quick times. So, I'd just love to see him getting a shot at some of the best in Australia. Sprint or distance for me. Either way, he'll give you a great sight for your money. He's going that well at the moment. Not far away from the first. Is. Sorry, H, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to mention, Shorty, that the Hume Cup is on that night. So if he doesn't get a start in that staying race, that'd be an ideal race for him, the Hume Cup over 600 metres. So maybe there's a couple of options there if he does miss out on the Top Gun stayers.
Big time. Great to have such a versatile and exciting chaser. Yeah, the highlight of my week most weeks is watching him go around, whatever distance. He's just been superb in recent times. Moving in really nicely here for the first at Hawkesbury over the 1,300 metres. We'll throw back to Maddie, get a tote update. When we return, we get Harry Buchanan's best for tonight at Northam and Sandown.
You're listening to Great Greys on Tab Radio.
It's now 12 minutes after 10. David Shortte with you. We're catching up with Harry Buchanan. It's time to focus on this Northern program tonight and look to find a few winners. You're looking to get it late tonight, Harry.
Yeah, absolutely, Shorty, and I'm really keen on this first one at this opening price as well. Race 9, number 4, Lenny Coaster. I thought this would be favourite, to be quite honest. Betting 480 with Tab Touch, that's a bet. Now you're getting an each-way price to boot. She's the fastest dog in the race for mine, one out, and she goes well here at Northern. That's a key with a lot of these dogs, especially with this first turn over the 509. I think she can be right there. She's only got to be close to the lead. She'll still be kicking when the dog's straight, and a few of these won't be. She's a great bet, this dog. She's can do it at both ends in this grade. Very hard to stop. She's well over the odds. She'll be the first one. Go down to race number 10. I could be incorrect here. I might have wrote the wrong race. I'm actually meaning race 11. number 2, Ronnie Ranger. This is the race on the downgrade here in a straight grade 5 now out of that free-for-all and 4th and 5th grade company. She's been racing better dogs than this. The dog in box 1 is a very quick beginner, but it doesn't really have a lot of pace to back it up with. She just has to navigate a passage around her. If she gets to the front, they won't catch Ronnie. She's got a very fast win here for this sort of grade, and she'll be very hard to stop if she finds the arm, and she should do that. And then down to, I went to race 2 soon, so go back to race 10. Pretty keen on Harley Manelli here in the small field. I just thought her win here a couple of starts back in 29.74 was good, considering she had to come from last. Small field here. Bronte Blazer will go quick out wide. Toulon Tiger and Shadow Manelli will give her some company. Kanji Giant, hard to stop for sure. He has taken the Northern, but Harley Manelli's got the very good middle and last section. I think she can run over the top of these. At the very least, she's a top 2 play at a top 2 price. So with a 3 at Northern Shorty. Race 9, number 4, Lenny Coaster with a bit of confidence there. Race 10, number 6, Harley Manelli, and race 11, number 2, Ronnie Ranger.
9, 4, 10, 6, 11, 2, 9, 4. Lenny Coaster gets the little BB next to it tonight there at Northern. On to Sandown tonight, H.
Yeah, we've got heats of the Cranbourne Cup tonight, outstanding. It's always a good series, the Cranbourne Cup, that's been reinvigorated at Sandown this year. We will kick it off in race 2, number 7, Aston, Michigan. He got the running for us last week at the Meadows. Goes equally as well here at Sandown. If anything, it's an easier race. He's run into Gary Stunnon a few starts ago, right back to Raven Parrott and Buddy Manelli. This is his kind of race. He just has to get across cleanly here. Very strong in the run home. Kick it off with him. Go down to race 5, a Heat of the Cup, multi-mat. He's got his box here. I reckon he's just going to find the front. He's had a few 600s too. Not that long ago. I like that about dogs when they come back to the 500. If he finds the top here, they will not be catching him. He's been superb lately behind Baby JC. Akina Jack beating him 2 starts ago here. He'll go close and then go down to a race, a number 8, number 2 Launch Code. We haven't seen him since the Adelaide Cup final. We've seen no luck in that run, but here he's got nothing either side of him to challenge for the lead. Very fast dog on the arm. He went 29.3 a couple of starts ago. If he does that tonight, I'm not sure who's going to run over the top of him from the back. He should find the top and go all the way. So race 2, number 7, Aston, Michigan. Race 5, number 2, Multi-Mat. And race 8, number 2, Launch Code at Sandown this evening. Shorty?
275-282 tonight there at Sandown for Harry Buchanan. H, great catching up with you this morning. Look forward to teaming up again tomorrow afternoon on the Mail Collection. Of course, that will be our podcast that drops each and every Friday afternoon from approximately 4:30 across all of the X channels. We go through the Flux for Mandurah Friday night, best across around the grounds there for Friday night Mandurah, Saturday night Cannington, and then also the East Coast action, the Meadows on Saturday night, Wentworth Park on Saturday night as well. I think I might have said Mandurah Friday. We're about 3 to 4 weeks away from that being the case. And I'm still wishing very, very hard. I did hear an update yesterday with Peter O'Neill. Got my hopes up. I think we're still about 3 to 4 weeks away. So it's getting there though, punters. That Mandurah Friday night, that dream that we've had, it's coming back. It won't be too far away. So looking forward to that, Harry. And looking forward to catching up with you tomorrow. On top of all of that stuff, we got the best kennel mail, leftovers, best roughies, best quaddie, best novelty play, and the very best of the weekend. It's all there on the Mail Collection. Make sure you tune in tomorrow afternoon. Till then, many winners to you, Harry.
Thanks, Shorty. Talk soon, mate.
This is your home of the Greyhound Good Oil, Great Greys.
Well, it's now 21 minutes after 10. Time to talk greyhound racing with Jaycin Campbell. He now joins us on the program. Welcome to you, Jace. Hello, Jace. How do we find you on this Thursday?
Very well, mate. Very well. Can't complain. Hopefully a bit better than those that dived into that short price favourite at Mackay where the caller said, I don't want shares in it. So he's a good caller, Russell Leonard.
Indeed, yes. Well, let's hope that a couple that you tip us into tonight go a touch better there. Let's get your best bets tonight at Albion Park up there at the Creek.
Yeah, best bet for me comes in race 2, number 3, Hello Cindy. I think she's found a very winnable race here. Obviously, punters been looking at her winning record, thinking, what the hell am I doing here, diving into her around that 6 to 4 price. But I just think she maps really well here. You've got Blue Rex in the red and Stormy Trench just inside her in the 2 box, and they both have box speed. I think they'll both look to contest the lead here, and they both want to run off the track too. So I think with Hello Cindy having those 600-metre runs under her belt now, she should be able to just get the drop in behind them. She's a very hard grailer, and I think she'll be strongest late in the piece. That's race 2, number 3, Hello Cindy.
Race 2, number 3, Hello Cindy, the best of them tonight up there at Albion Park. Who else do you like on the card?
We've got to go to the next race now, race 3. Got to play the 6 rug here, Inconspicuous. This runner for Warren Nichols started off his career in the best possible fashion, winning 3 straight races before having a pretty nasty fall in the Mick Dittman. However, I think this dog has a bit of resilience. I've watched a few of his replays. He doesn't mind taking runs. So I just hope that fall doesn't mess with his head too much. Once again, he finds a lovely race here. Box 5 vacant. Speed in the race set to come from number 4 here, Away Game. Think you can just pop off her shoulder heading out that first turn and prove too strong in the concluding stages. That's race 3, number 6, Inconspicuous.
Alrighty, and the 30th place tonight at Albion Park?
Yeah, got to go to race 10 now. It's the first of 2 Masters races on the night. Happy to play the very fourth runner here in number 8, Champagne Jazzy. This bitch has a very good record, 79 starts, 23 wins, 32 placings. So it hasn't quite shown it over track and distance, but she has run 9 placings from her 13 starts here. I think she was quite unlucky 2 starts ago over track and trip in this same company. She should have probably gone closer to winning the race. She just clips heels down the back straight. I think she gets a nice run here. Box 7, box 6 don't have too much speed. I expect her to get a clean run in the first 50 metres and be around the mark. I'm not sure if she can win, but probably a bit better for those 1x3 punters. I think she won't miss a drum here.
Alrighty, so 3 plays tonight, Albion Park, 2, 3, Hello Cindy, the best of them. Race 3, number 6, Inconspicuous, and race 10, number 8, Champagne Jazzy. We then head to the Bull for a couple of plays tonight?
Yeah, little one-turn track bandit plays here. So race 1, number 7 for me, Squiggle. He's currently around that $5 mark, has seen a bit of support this morning, and I think he should be relatively shorter in the market. He has had 3 starts, and he hasn't yet run a place. However, all of those starts have had quite a bit of merit. He's found a bit of difficult competition. His last start, he bumped into a dog by the name of Ethanol Volume, who was a very impressive winner yesterday at the Meadows. I think he ran around that 30 and 10 mark and was heavily supported. Only got beat by 5.5. Stepping up in distance to the 450 should really suit this dog. And I don't think there's too much between him and the Delbridge runner in the 3 box. I just think based off who's training either dog, it's literally why the market's gone either way. So I think Squiggle can run a good race in race 1. And race 3, very hard to beat here, Fearsome Flirt off the red box. Drawn very well here. Box 2, 0 Bale, 3 Intex Bale, and 4 Sarah Starfish all want to get off the track. I think Fearsome Flirt can break his duck tonight. He has run second in 2 of his 3 starts to date, but looks to knock off that bridesmaid tag today, Shorty. Fearsome Flirt, race 3, number 1 at Warrnambool.
Like at Warrnambool, race 1, number 7, Squiggles. Race 3, number 1, Fearsome Flirt. Couple of plays there for the punters. Jace, I'm tipping this is where the generation gap appears. Are you familiar with the work of Mr. Squiggle back in the day?
No idea.
No, I thought that might be the case.
Wasn't even a sport, I reckon, Shorty.
Yeah, he was a TV character on the ABC, like a puppet. He had a great big nose that was like a pencil, and what would happen is people would send through to Mr. Squiggle just some shapes on a page, and Mr. Squiggle would then turn the shapes into a proper picture. Very cool television. There was a dude called Mr. Blackboard that was on the show that used to blow up. There's Bill the Steam Shovel. Very interesting TV program from years gone by. It's just when I heard Squiggles, I thought they might well be alluding to our old mate, Mr. Squiggle from years gone by. No, I think you are ringing a bell there, but I'm not too sure if I got the right show. Was it that arts and crafts show? Yeah, it's kind of artsy, craftsy. Kids would send through like a line and a rectangle, and he'd turn it into a dog or walking. I've seen it. I still good humour. I did say it. I grew up with it. Yeah, nice. Good work, Jace. Excellent. So just when I'm cheering hard for Squiggles tonight, I'll be thinking of our old mate, Mr. Squiggle from years gone by. Beautiful work, JC. Appreciate your time as always here on Great Greys. Have a great Thursday night. No problem. Thanks, mate. See ya.
You are tuned into Shorty and the team on Great Greys.
It's time to welcome in our Hall of Famer, Neil Brown, on this Thursday. He's set to have a couple of weeks well-earned break as well after his segment with us here today. Neil, we're just touching on Mr. Squiggle. You remember the old ABC program, Mr. Squiggle, from years gone by?
Absolutely, mate. Loved it. Loved it. My childhood and all those characters on the show. And he's a very talented individual, wasn't he, Mr. Squiggle? Could just about do anything with that pencil nose. It was sensational. Very clever,
very clever. I was always envious because, unfortunately, one thing I've never been all that clever with is drawing and art, certainly not a strong point of mine. So I used to sit there in genuine amazement. But our previous tipster, Jaycin Campbell, tipped us into a dog called Squiggles at Warrnambool tonight in the first race. And it brought back immediate thoughts of Mr. Squiggle all those years ago.
No doubt at all. And so I'll take particular note of that first at Warrnambool and have something on.
Shorty, if this thing doesn't win tonight, they'll be after us.
They will be. Oh, my goodness. Wonderful old memories of Mr. Squiggle from years gone by. And if you're just tuning in thinking, what in goodness name is going on, our previous tipster, Jaycin Campbell, tipped us into one at Warrnambool tonight, race 1, number 7, Squiggles. Let's catch up with Neil Brown, though, now for his thoughts tonight at Sandown. It's a tremendous program because we have 7 heats of the Cranbourne Cup, the time-honoured Cranbourne Cup being held this year at Sandown. Neil, this is a high-quality card we're dealing with tonight here at Sandown.
Yes, delighted to host the Cranbourne Cup. I've been to many at Cranbourne. Had a finalist in '88, David, myself, when I was training greyhounds. So, terrific club, Cranbourne, and we're delighted to be involved with them for this cup. And, it is a high-quality meeting tonight, and, we're looking forward to this cup. We've got a beautiful day, outstanding weather day. Racing will be at its very best tonight, David. We might kick off with the early quad. We're going over the 7:15 for the first race tonight, and I'm not going to desert Osprey Diva after getting home for us last week. So 5, 8 and 2. I think it can win again, go back to back. In the second race here tonight is a 5.95 mixed stake. I thought you want a burger. It's a pretty tough race, this. There's a few chances. I've got it on top, number 6 to beat 1 and 7. Eula Bale in the third. The third leg is mixed over the 5.15. I've gone 8-6 and going to take 3. And in the first of the Cranbourne Cup heats, race number 4, here over the 5.15, Vaucluse Bales come out of the 2. I do like the red. I liked it when we were having a look at the field yesterday. So Journey Beyond going very well. Only a youngish greyhound, had the 17 starts. I'm tipping it to beat 1, 8 and 3. Amron Boy, obviously a greyhound you've got to include in your early quad there. Going to the first leg of the quaddie tonight, David, heat 2 of the Cup, the Cranbourne Cup, over the 5.15, being a heap of money for Multi-Matt. I couldn't find it myself. I went 4, 7 and 6. Dundee Rebel, Love Sandown, 5, 6, 5 and 6 from 16 here. Bring It Win 11 days ago in 29.33 from this same draw. And I think it can find a position tonight and be hard to beat. Make no promise. Also has won 5 races here on the track. Doesn't begin all that well and it hasn't won for a while, but it has got plenty of ability, smart dog. And Yahtzee Barwell, he's always going to be back and running on, the Melbourne Cup winner. But I did like his win at Wentworth Park. He overcome plenty of adversity in that semi-final of the $1 million chase, and I'm giving him a chance tonight, 4, 7 and 6 in the first leg. Race number 6, here is the heat number 3, and she's come up with the red again, Baby JC. Very impressive last week. Races well on this track, 10 wins here. Perfect draw. She's a grade 1, and most of the rest of the field, nearly all of them are all the 4th or 5th graders. Certainly the danger is Navarino. He's a high-quality greyhound, got plenty of ability. And Andre Bale's the other one I think you've got to include if something goes wrong. But she's in superb form and very hard to beat from box number 1. She never misses the start from there. And I think she's entitled to be the cramped odds that she is around the $1.60 mark. Race number 7, third leg of the quaddie here. is the heat number 4. Very good race, impressive winner, Alpha Zulu of the Bendigo Cup. He just looked a good thing there from box number 8 last Friday night. He got home well. He's won over the 500, so I don't think that's a problem, although he hasn't raced over it for a little while, but he has wins at both the Meadows and a couple at Albion Park. Fred Rose is a greyhound that races well at Sandown. It's got box 1. It's probably his best draw. I think he can run a good race tonight. He's got a good record of 4 wins on the track. And Magic Muffin, it's got a personal best here of 29.17. It is racing quite well and could feature as well tonight. So we'll take 8, 1 and 3. Last leg, I did rate Zippy Tesla a chance till it was scratched out of box number 6. So on top I've got Launch Code, super record here, 6 and 5 from 18, a PB of 29 and 23. It is a good greyhound. The greyhound in the red, Rhino Bailey's not an overly great beginner, though I think Launch Code can lead the race, be hard to beat. Crackerjack Bull jumped and led all the way at Terrelgan in pretty fast time at 24.54 down there. I think he's got some sort of chance. And Shimmer Shadow I'm going to include now, the 7, is certainly... and need a little bit of luck from out there in 7, but it's got plenty of ability. So we'll take 2, 3 and 7 in the last league. My best bet tonight, David, is in race 9, number 2, Transponder. The Adelaide Cup winner. He was very impressive in holding off Big Energy there. And I think he's beautifully drawn in too. Very hard to beat, and I like the odds of around about the $2.80 mark at the moment. So I'll make our best race 9, number 2 on a terrific card of racing at Sandown Park tonight.
Indeed, and can't wait for this program tonight, Neil. Really appreciate you taking the time to share your thoughts with us. Have a wonderful holiday, and next week you've been kind enough to tee up a stunt double in your replacement. Ethan Christian will be joining us over the next fortnight in your absence, so I look forward to welcoming Ethan into the Great Greys team over the next fortnight.
No worries, David. I'm sure you'll do a fine job and find us plenty of winners. So look after Ethan for me for a couple of weeks, and I'll see you when I get back from the land of the long white cloud, New Zealand.
Have a great time over there, Neil. Look forward to catching up in a few weeks' time. Have a well-earned break.
Thanks, mate.
There we have it, Neil Brown with the latest from Sandown tonight. Of course, the Cranbourne Cup heats have turned this program into an absolute bottler there tonight. Can't wait for it. Should be absolutely first class for the greyhound fans to get involved with this evening there at Sandown. 7 heats of the Cranbourne Cup. Are you tuned into Great Greys on TAB Radio? We are just 5 minutes away from our next race for broadcast here on the program today. Of course, it is race number 2 at Hawkesbury. A pretty open market on the fixed odds with Tab Touch here. Smart Action 3.30 and firm at that quote. Narrative's been 3.10 out to 4. Easy to back. Struff 4.20 and firm. Bit of money for Binghamton. It's $6 into 5.50. Star Legacy's been 5 out to 6.50. Mr. Showman at longer odds 34 into 18. Wonder Missile 41 into 31, and the outsider of the field, Abuse of Power. It's a $51 chance. Maybe we saw a little bit of that earlier on. A little bit of self-indulgence wheeling out a Mr. Squiggle on this Thursday edition of Great Greys, where it's now 19 minutes away from 11 o'clock. Sean Matheson, of course, has a busy night of chasing upcoming in his backyard there at Angle Park, a bumper 12 race program up for debate there. He now joins us on Great Greys on this Thursday morning. Welcome to you, Sean. How do we find you today?
Excellent, David. Yeah, great to be on the show again this Thursday. And as you mentioned, looking forward to tonight's 12 race program, highlighted by our classic prelude number 2 feature, which is race 7 on the program, and a lot of those greyhounds will be heading towards the Group 3 Brian Johnson series next month at Angle Park. So you'll see a lot of these greyhounds turn up in heats in a few weeks' time, but definitely an exciting race tonight and a good program. All
righty, well, let's get your thoughts. Who are we having a bet on this evening?
So the first of the best bets will actually be in the classic prelude, race 7, and it's number 2, Magical Mystique. We were on her last week as one of our best bets, and she didn't disappoint, defeating Buzz the Hustler quite impressively. Particularly her last section was very impressive. So this is the final of this race, and I suppose Who Knows Darren comes into this race, who was the other heat winner, who has really, really good early speed. But I just think Magical Mystique, she's getting better and better all the time. She'll land pretty much second, I think, with Who Knows Darren leading. And she's run 60s in her last 2 starts, and Who Knows Darren's gone 30-80. So I just think she's going to have the edge, particularly the last little bit. And at the $2.40, I just think she just will continue on her winning way tonight.
Makes sense. It's got the certainly advantage on the clock. Last 2 performances have been elite, and you basically, like you'd seen the race before it was run last week, was a really good analysis of that event being too strong for Buzz the Hustler. Let's hope it's more of the same tonight. Race 7, number 2 for Bosco Stamenkovic. Magical Mystique on to the second of your plays tonight there, Short.
Second of the best bets win, race 10. And it's number 7, Faint Tyson. Now, quoted at around $1.90, David, but I actually think that's not a bad price for Faint Tyson, who's been, the last 2 runs have been on a Thursday night against Miracle to Excel and a really good third last start behind Mapunga Roz. Mapunga Roz, if this dog was in this race, would probably be about $1.30, to be fair. A lot of the dogs Faint Tyson is meeting tonight sort of are just coming into a Thursday night race, whereas Faint Tyson has been racing there, been running very consistently. Box 7 won't worry this greyhound. It's won 2 races at Gore over the short course over the 400 metres, has good speed. Pretty much expect this dog to lead and win. And I do think the $1.90 is probably a really good price. I expect it to be supported in the market.
Race 10, number 7, Faint Tyson, the third of the plays tonight there at Angle Park.
Third of the plays is actually on an each-way basis, and it's in race 5, and it's number 2, Weblake Flame. Number 4, Weblake Flame. David. Race 5, number 4, Weblake Flame for Beck Wynett. Won a similar type of race 3 runs ago in running 30-90, and defeating Alinga Molly, who has drawn box 1 here, and I think Weblake Flame's going to get a very similar run. I just see Alinga Molly leading, Victor Curl out of the 2, likes to stay off a little bit but has some good speed. Weblake Flame just sits just in behind the speed, and I think the run comes for him turning for home and should just be able to run over the top of them. Quoted around the $7.50, so I think definitely can run top 2 if not winning.
You are tuned into Shorty and the team on Great Greys.
Well, it's now 13 minutes away from 11. We're catching up with Sean Matheson, talking all things South Australian, chasing his 3 key plays tonight at Angle Park. Race 7, number 2, Magical Mystique. Race 10, number 7, Faint Tyson. And race 5, number 4, Weblake Flame on an each-way basis. We've got an early meeting starting there tomorrow, just before 9 WA time at Angle Park, and also Murray Bridge on Sunday. Sean, who are you liking there?
Yeah, David. So we race at Angle Park tomorrow, which would normally be a Gawler meeting, but Gawler will be racing Monday night this week because that'll be the heat for their Group 3 Gawler Cup. Those fields will come out later today, so it'll be a really strong program there on Monday night. But we are at Angle Park tomorrow, and I do like one in the last race, race 12, number 1, Well Played for Colin Swain. Was a good last start winner at Gawler from box 7. Comes into box 1, which will suit this greyhound. It's had six starts from the red, 1, 1 and 4 placings. Should actually get some nice cover early from the 2-dog Blue Baboon, which can come out but doesn't really go hard onto the rail. So whilst Well Played's not the quickest dog out, it should get a really nice run early, and it's really strong at the end. So expect it to be just in behind the speed, but the run will be there, and then should be too strong at the end. So race 12, number 1, Well Played at Angle Park tomorrow. And then we're off to Murray Bridge on Sunday night. And I like one in race 3, number 5, Sinner. And this one is for Lauren Harris. Only had 11 lifetime starts, is over the 530 metres. And last start over this journey, ran a good third when leading up and only got collared just in the shadows of the post. I think it's developing really well and should be a bit stronger for that run. Again, expect it to lead. It can get around 30 seconds for this race, and that should be good enough to hold off the challengers. So that would be race 3, number 5, Sinner for Murray Bridge on Sunday night. And David, as mentioned, the Gawler Cup heats, a really, really good program, will be on Monday night. So I'm looking forward to those heats coming out.
Beautiful. Can't wait for that. Looking forward to all the action there on a Monday night. Before that, though, plenty of chasing there in SA for the punters to get involved with. Really appreciate your time, Sean, on this Thursday morning here for Great Greys. To yourself and all the team over there, all the very best for your meetings over the next few nights.
Terrific, David. We always appreciate your time. Thanks.
There we have it. Sean Matheson with us here on Great Greys. It is now 10 minutes away from 11 o'clock. Only it's about 90 seconds away now for the punters that are looking to have a bet here at Mackay. It is just around the corner if you're looking to get involved there. It is a maiden handicap over the 1,050 metres. Bring Your Ticket is our current favourite at $2.90. In from 440 has been well supported. Mashani Crew's easy to back, 245 to 350. Eyes Are Lion, 320 to 440. Mount Margaret, $5 firm at that quote. Grover's Prediction, 34 into 21. Replace the Ace, 950 right out to 26. And Sideshow Frankie, 34 to 26. Harsh Truth, 81 into 26. Only one look, 34 to 51. And Harcasian is 91 into 71. Let's see if we can't welcome in our man, Simon Orchard. Welcome into the program before we head up to Mackay for race number 2 on the program. Simon, welcome to you on this Thursday morning. How was it there last Saturday night, Wenny Park, for the $1 million chase?
Yeah, g'day, Shorty. It was brilliant, mate. Everything we hoped for. A wonderful winner in Jay's Jay. A fantastic and thrilling finale with Cumbria Kid for Steve Fitch. Oh, gee, you would have seen the dollar signs rolling back in his eyes, mate, with Cumbria Kid. So bold and so brave, but it was a hell of a finale. We had wonderful winners across a bunch of features on the night. Masters Media, of course, going off. The Sydney Cup, the Zipping Vanessa, so impressive, and Zipping Megatron. Shorty, probably one of the stars of the show. Watch this space because this dog looks like he could be absolutely anything.
This is Great Greys on Tab Radio. Go, you good thing.
And Matty, I'm not sure. Have we still got Simon Orchard there on the line, or have we switched to the train?
No, he's still here.
Simon, thank you. It was all a bit of a rush there as we headed to race number 2 at Mackay. So we're just recapping Saturday night there, race 3, number 1, Rampani for the punters that want to have a bet there at Wendy Park.
Yeah, that's right, mate. Rampani best on the card. I mentioned Zipping Megatron, but haven't seen the market yet. I imagine it's going to be well under the odds, but it's all about tomorrow, I reckon, Shorty. The Goulburn Cup worth $40,000 to the winner. The Fireball, $25,000 for the winner. The heats tomorrow, we've got 6 heats of the Fireball over 350. We've got 4 great heats of the Cup and some really good names going around in that series as well, with some good Victorian flavour. As a party, Dave Gill's coming up as well. We've got Hazability, who went around in the $1 million chase final for the Hazlitt crew. Plenty of Andy and Jodie Lord dogs, as well as some exciting others from around the state, mate. So all roads lead to the Goulburn finals the 27th of October. So that'll be next Friday when those 2 feature races will go off. And who could forget last year, Johnny Mellon, Melcat Big Boy, one of the stories of the year, mate. And last check, that interview with Johnny Mellon post-Goulburn Cup was in the tens of millions of views. Of views. I've got no idea how or why, but it was a ripper of a yarn. Hopefully we can get something similar this year.
Absolutely. I'm sure there will be some magnificent stories that will evolve out of this year's edition. Appreciate your time as always, Simon. Have a ripper weekend. We'll chat next Thursday.
Good on you, Shorty. Hooroo.
There we have it, Simon Orchard with us here on A Great Greys, and we'll round out the program with a chat to the Shane Train. Have a look at his plays for a Thursday night chasing there at Northern, Friday night Cannington Saturday, as well as the Kennel Mail. Interesting program tonight there at Northern as well. Thought it was fairly tricky card. Better bets on the card for me. Race 5, number 1, Tahiti Dreams. I thought that race 10, number 1, Kanji Giant would be hard to beat. And race 11, number 2, Ronnie Ranger. They're the 3 key plays for me tonight there at Northern. Let's get the thoughts, though, of Shane before they jump for race number 2 at Echuca. Welcome to your train.
Good morning, Shorty. Good morning, listeners. We're on the clock today, mate. We've got to run a section.
Yeah, there you go. I know you've got one in you. Let's go to Northern tonight. Where are we betting?
Northern tonight, Shorty. Race 8, number 2, Dapsiak. I'm going to kick it off. Meets the Ben McLean dog better at the boxes this week. Ran second to Moment in Bondi last week, Shorty. Just think the draw is in its advantage this week. So we'll go the old boy Dapsiak, race 8, number 2. And then, like you, mate, race 11, number 2, Ronnie Ranger, does look well placed, dropping back from provincial company back to country grade, does go well at Northam. So they'll be the 2 tonight, Shorty. A pair of 2s, 8, 2 and 11, 2.
All righty, off to Cannington on Friday night.
Cannington on Friday, pair of Cherry Bombers, Shorty. Race 6, number 1, Para Molly, trained by Damien Credelli. Dog's racing really well. I think it'll go a leg off the 1 box, very hard to beat. Over to race 12, number 1, Kenya Refine. Was good to us last week, Shorty. Lewis Clay again, the Friday night, Magic Man. I think they'll get the double for us on Friday night, Shorty. 6-1 and 12-1.
6-1, 12-1. You've got a minute to get your bets on it. Echuca Punters, Elba, the current favourite, at $2 on the fixed. Ravelli at $4.20 and Amadea at $9. On to Saturday night, Cannington Train.
More Cherry Bombers coming our way, Shorty. Race 6, number 1, Momentum. A dog I've been following for the last couple of weeks. I think he's knocking on the door ready to win, Shorty. He broke 30 last week in the heats, or the week before, and I think he's going to be very hard to beat, Shorty. Getting a bit of race fitness under his belt now. He's had 3 or 4 runs back, and I think it'd be hard to beat at a price there. Race 6, number 1, Momentum. And then race 11, number 1, Pepper Grinder. Outstanding run last week in the novice 600. Goes from box 8 to box 1. Very hard to beat. I think it will be short, though, but I think it will be hard to beat. And just my thoughts quickly on the All-Stars, Shorty. I think Electrified is going to be very hard to beat. I think he's going to get the card over from Crumble Manelli. He's going to be the first one on the scene there. So race 4, number 8 as well in the All-Stars.
Who's the best from the kennel?
Best from the kennel, Shorty. I think he'll have a good week this week. I've made some better placements this week, but I do like Jamie Keeping, race 5, number 1, Friday night at Cannington. We'll be back to Mandra soon. She has got the benefit of a wide runner in box 2, and her last 600-metre win was 34.90. I think she's going a lot better now, Shorty. So race 5, number 1, Jamie Keeping, will try and get off the mark there.
Beautiful. Race 5, number 1, Jamie Keeping. Beautifully done, Train. Appreciate your swift work this morning. Good luck over the weekend.
Thanks, mate. All the best, punters.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelpline.org.au.